Hello and welcome back. This is Tisom here again. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today we're talking about how to use Microsoft PowerPoint to create professional looking presentations. And if you don't have PowerPoint yet, just go to PowerPoint.new on your browser and you can get started. Or you go to Microsoft 365 to download your PowerPoint. Once you've launched it, it's going to get you over to this page. And on your left hand side, you have the blank presentation. That's where you start from the scratch. Or if you have on the right hand side, you have more themes, ones that is related to whatever you want to do. Click on more themes and you will see a lot of themes, and you can choose from the one that you want to that is related to what you're about to talk about. But right now, going over to blank presentation, let's click on home again. And if you look down here, you can see your recent documents, what you've done previously. This place helps you to get in touch with what you've done previously and get started again. Okay, then over here, you'll see new. When you click on new, it will still bring you back to this page. So right now, we're going to dive into the blank presentation. Okay, PowerPoint brings you over to this page with just one slide and with just one slide. But before I get started, don't forget to save your work. So if you look over to this disk over here, you'll see a floppy disk over here you can save. So I'm going to save this work with test skills and saved. You can also do Control X to save. I can also save by going to File and clicking on Save As first time and then Save later on. Okay, the next up is to add more slides to my presentation. And how do I do that? By home, click on home, you see new slide. And if I hover around, I can see that Control M will help me to add more slides too. So new slide, and then it also has different templates for layout options for me to choose my slide. I can decide to choose any of these layouts for my slide, but I'm going with blank. All right, so if I do Control M2, I'm saving, adding a new slide to my presentation. Another way to add a slide is to use your Enter on the keyboard. Yeah, with Enter on your keyboard, you can add more slides. Okay, now how do I move up and down my slides? I can just use my arrow to move up and down my slides, or over here, I can use the pointer to move up and down my slides. Okay, then how do I, let's just assume I need to add more a slide in between one and two. And what do? I just right click and I add new slide, and it's just going to push over and add. And if I feel like slide 3 is supposed to be up here and slide 2 and the other way around, I can just move this over. I can move them over and it's exchanged. So now let's get started. And I'm going to just say text skills for my company. She company. So another way I can move things around my slide is by going to slide sorter. Look down here, you'll see a four box in one. Hover around is called what slide sorter. When I click on it, I can move these things around how I want them to be. Okay. Now over to that box again. You see the normal. I click on normal and it takes me back to my workspace. Looking at my slides it look kind of boring, and I want to add some designs to my slides. And over here on top you see design. I click on design, and it brings out lots of different designs for me to choose from. I can decide to go with this one. If I'm going with this one, then the variants, look at the variants, it gives you more of the different variants you want. If you go right to, on top of this place, this arrows helps you to undo whatever you've done. And now I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back to the initial stage because I want to show you another way of creating designs on your slides. You can go to view, look at this place, slide master, go over to slide master, and it brings you up to this page again. And this slide master shows you different templates you can choose from. It's important to know that whatever you do on this master slide is going to reflect on your slide. It's like this is where I want to do everything, design the whole slide, and it's going to be like that for all my slides. So I'm choosing the first one, and if you look down, it has dates, footer down over here. The first thing I'm going to do is going to go to master layout. In the master layout, I decide to remove what I don't want. I don't want the footer, I don't want the dates, I don't want the um I think the title test slide number is okay. I can click OK, and I can go to the background styles. I can decide to change the background color. Okay, I can go to themes just like we did before. We can change our theme. You can decide on whatever you want it to be. Okay, and let me click on this one. All right, I can also decide to format the background, and I'll go for gradient. This gradient can or I'll go for solid fill. So pattern fill, texture, whatever, whichever one I want, it can be done here. You can see the patterns are changing. So I can start to go for the gradient fill. And over here, I can, if I'm going for the gradient fill, I can decide to change colors over here. I can decide to add more arrows. And each of the arrows, I can decide to change the colors. I'm going for yellow for this. And this one, I'm going to change the color to red. And this one, I'm going to change the color to blue. Okay, blue. And I can decide to move these things around, and you can see as I'm moving it around, it's I'm getting different spectrum of colors and design. So whichever you want can be done here. Okay, so okay, let me assume that my company has a logo and I want my logo to appear on all my slides. I can just paste my company logo over here, and yeah, so I'm just gonna move the logo and adjust it to whatever size I want it to be. And once I'm done with it, I can change my font here. I'm going for Arial, so you can just play around on your slide master. And once you're done with playing around, just close the master view. You can see the box here, close master view and close. And you can see that every changes you've made over there is going to reflect on this on your presentation. You can see that the logo has appeared on all my slides. And if I add a new slide, Control M, see that the next one is going to be carrying the same color and the same logo already. There, so whatever you want to, whatever change you want it to make, whatever however you want your slides to be, you can make that effect on slide master by going to view and clicking on master slide. Okay, so next up is to add some text to my slides, and I'm going to start with text cues, and I'm going to add um, science, data analytics, add SQL, and I'm going to add cybersecurity. So I can decide to make my text more fun, and I'm going to highlight it, and I will just go to smart art. So home, look at the symbol over here, convert to smart art graphic, and I'm going to click on it, and it's going to give me lots of designs, lots and lots of designs. If and I click on more art graphic, and I will see lots more to choose from. Lots more. You can see the list. You can see process, cycle, hierarchy, relation matrix, pyramid. So whichever one you want, you would get it over here. So just yeah, you get it over here. So I'm just going to go for I'm just going to pick one over here. So look at it again, smart graphic. I'm just going to go for this one. So you can see the science, cybersecurity, SQL, and analytics. So looking at this arrow just below here, you can see that there's an arrow there inside a square box shape. So when you click on it, and that template comes out, and here you can decide, you can format anything you want to format. You can add new circles to this your art. I click enter, another one appears. I can just type chat GPT. GPT. So that's it over here. And I can also delete one if I don't want. I can also just delete that, and that's just it. Okay. So another thing you can do here is to click on smart art design, and you can change the colors. So I can decide to go for this or this. I can decide to go for this. Yeah. I can also decide to change the layout design to whichever one that I want it to be look like. So I'm going for this. So another thing I can do here um is to add bullet points to this. So if I want to add some bullet points on that design, like student one. So you see it's adding. So you can add two. Okay, moving on to my next slide. I'm going to look at insert. The insert menu has a lot of things on it. I've showed you the one before. You can add new slide to this. You can add table. You can see inserting a table. If I just click enter, it comes there. Okay, so I can insert screenshot. Can just go over to this particular table document that has been opened already, and it has screenshot the whole stuff here, and I can adjust, or I right click and crop. Can you see the crop up there? Yeah, you can actually crop this um inserted picture to what you want. I just want this. You can crop that, and yeah, it's here. So you can do a lot of things with insert. I'm going to go back. Just going to do this one. Delete, insert. Can insert photo album. Can insert pictures, online pictures. This device can take you to your pictures in your system or online pictures. Let's assume you're looking for a tech logo, like my topic is tech skills, and I'm looking for a tech logo. I can just type tech logo, and it's going to come up with a lot of tech logos, and I can just decide to pick one. I can just decide to pick this one, and I insert. So that's it, and I can adjust to what size I want. Okay. Next up again, I can decide to insert text box, and I can type whatever I want. Um, skills is perfect in this century. Perfect in this century, and I can highlight. Yeah, when you right click, you can decide to change to whatever you want, or you can change the size over here. So whatever you want, you can do. Shape format. So I can decide to do clip art. I can decide to do what art side. See, there are different styles. I can decide to change it to. I can decide to make it this one, and I can also decide to fill the color. Step fill. So these are the things you can do with your text. And then I can also insert shapes. I can insert shapes. I can decide to draw a circle. I can decide to then go to shape format and um, change the colors as you want. The outline, I can make it thicker. So these are all what you can do with PowerPoint presentation. Okay, so the next up again is animations. Animations. Okay, let me go back to my other slides. And looking at this design here, I can also add animation to this design. Okay, so it's a different animation that you can add. I can start to go with fade. Okay, I'm going to highlight this picture, this as a whole, and I can start to go to fade. Fade. Can you see this star here in slide 2 shows that there's an animation there. Place animation, and it plays. So I can also decide that this fade should be done one at a time, one by one, and not all at once. So when I click out one by one, can you see what is, yeah, that just it. So I can play it again. Yeah. All right. So another interesting thing is that I can insert charts on my slides. Yeah. So going to slide 4, insert charts. So we can see pie chart, bar chart, area, map, stock. I'm going for the column, and I'm just going to click OK. Here, and so I can decide to add in more values or delete the ones I don't want. I don't want series 2 and 1, and I'm going to highlight that and remove. So those columns are gone. So I'm going to be working with this one. Perfect. So now I really want to tell my company that on category 4, I made a large revenue and I want everybody to see this profit margin as the largest. So I do what we call morph. If you go to transition, you'll see morph. There are a lot of transitions, but the special one is this morph. It's very special, and I'm going to show us how I can do that. So I'm going to go to shapes, insert shapes. I'm picking the circle. So I want everyone to notice this particular category 4. So I'm going to go to shape format and I'm going to remove the fill, shape fill, no fill. On the outline, I want to expand the width, increase the width to 6 points, and I can also add color. Sorry, on the shape outline using my eyedropper, and I want to just pick a color from my slide with the eyedropper so I can add it to. So I'm going to choose yellow, and once I click on it, it turns to yellow. Okay, so that is so. For me to do this move, I have to duplicate this slide. So I go to slide 4, right click and duplicate slide. Yeah. So I'm gonna come back to slide 4, and I'm going to zoom out this slide. Then I want to expand the circle to cover the entire slide. Yeah, it's gonna cover the entire slide because it's going to come from cover the entire slide this way. I want it to cover the entire slide. Okay, once I'm done with this, I'll go to what slide 5. So I want this the circle moving from outside to inside. So I'm going to go to slide 5 and I'll click on transition and I'll click on morph. Now watch this. Play again. So it has merged slide 4 and slide 5. It has made this look at slide 5 and look at the star there. And when you click on it, play animation. Can you see? Yeah, perfect. So I'm going to zoom in again to my normal size. So I'm going to do that again. Move. So I'm highlighting to everyone that this was my largest revenue for the month and it should be celebrated. So next up is to I think we're almost done with at least what you need to start your PowerPoint. So I'm just going to come over here and I'm going to end my slide with thank you. I'm going to just insert another chat box, text box. I'm going to say thank you. I'm going to highlight and thank you. So when I'm done with my slide and I want to present, do my proper presentation, I'm just going to go back to slideshow. Okay, you can set up your slideshow. You can decide to present by a speaker full screen or browse by an individual windows. Okay, if you don't want it to show, if you want it to, if you don't want it to show options, show without animation, show without narration, you can do all that here. Laser pen, you can do all that. You can change the color of your laser pen to either green, blue, or whatever you want. I think I prefer red. Then I'm going to click OK. There are two places you can do your slideshow from. You can show your slideshow from. You can come here from beginning, from current slide. It starts from the beginning, and then this one starts from the current slide. Or you hover around here, the top button of the top button, you can see like a TV um slide show down here. So I'm just going to say, okay, my slideshow from the beginning. Wow. And then if you hover around down below the slideshow, you will see your laser pen. So I'm going to choose laser pointer. If you hover around here, you see play. You can play it from here. You can zoom out or zoom in. Then options, you can also still presenter view screen, whatever you however you want it to be displayed. So I'm just going to go ahead with my slideshow now. Tech skills, she company, and next. You can see that my animation is playing out as I'm pointing on my arrow down here next. See, it's playing out, and then the next one, then the next one, you can see highlighting that point, and then thank you, and that's the end of my slideshow. And you can see that my pointer um, is doing its job, laser pointer. You use it for your presentation, and once you're done, click on this three pointer down here and show, and it takes you back to, or the escape key, and it takes you back to your workspace. Okay, next up is that I can also record my slideshow and turn it to a video, an MP4 video. Isn't that wonderful? Yes, over here, record. You can see um, record from current slide or from beginning. I can say from the beginning. And if I want my face to show, I'll turn on my camera. If I want my microphone to show, I'll turn on the microphone. So whatever I want over down here, I can turn it over. And when I click on record, it's going to, you can see 3, 2, 1, it's going to start recording my slideshow. It's going to record everything like that. I can add notes. I can add notes or no notes. I can decide to add note on each of my records. I can speak to it over down here if I turn on the microphone. And once I'm done, I just click on stop. So I'm just replaying so you can see. Okay, and the end. So once you double stop, okay, escape takes me back to the point. So you can see the export to video. Once I click on export to video, is already created here. So create a video. Yes, and takes me back to this place. And I can save my video over there. If you enjoyed my video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. Till next time.